think it also just came out of that desire to, you know, just be close to people during Ramadan. And, you know, I do it because I also wish I had that growing up as well.
Salam, everyone, and welcome to Muslimah's in Motion, Professional Pursuits, where we celebrate the achievements of young Muslim women in tech, entrepreneurship, and beyond. In this episode, we explore the inspiring career of Nadia Smith, a Muslimah event planner who skillfully balances her faith, creativity, and a successful henna business. Discover her journey, the challenges she has overcome, and the unique events she has crafted, from sisters' iftars to the Black Eid events. Gain valuable insights and advice for aspiring event planners, and learn how she manages her professional and personal life with grace and purpose. All right, Nadia. Well, salam alaikum. How are you today?
Walaikum salam. Alhamdulillah. I'm very good. How about yourself?
Very good, alhamdulillah. You know, enjoying the nice weather. It's very nice. Finally getting away from that annoying hot versus cold thing.
Definitely had that at the beginning of the week. So, alhamdulillah, the rest of the week, or at least today, because Friday was also bad.
Yeah, it was. Alhamdulillah, though, you know.
Alhamdulillah.
But yeah, so we have a new grad in our midst. You just got your master's, mashallah, tabarakallah. You know, how does it feel?
Alhamdulillah. Literally, it is the sigh, the sigh of relief, because definitely glad to be done with school. My dad is like, oh, you don't want to, go back for your PhD? You don't want to be a doctor? I'm like, sir.
No, we just finished.
Not. Yeah. 2 weeks after I graduated, my parents was like, yeah, so any jobs yet? What's happening? I'm like,
can we have patience?
Guys, can I sleep in for maybe 3 weeks or so?
I just left the stage.
Listen, you just went to graduation 2 weeks ago.
It's okay. They're just doing it because they love us, They
do. They
trying to make sure we're good.
Yeah, they want to see your success firsthand, so they want to make sure you're on top of it. I was like, you guys, I just was on the stage 2 weeks ago. Like, what's up? My dad was just like, this is our job. We got to stay on top of you. I'm like, okay.
Alhamdulillah.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
May Allah protect them and preserve them.
I mean.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Where can we begin? So, deserted island, 3 things. What are you bringing with you?
On a deserted island? Does it have to be anything specific, or this is just anything?
This is just anything that comes to mind, girl.
Probably a journal and a pen, just so you can write, if I want to write anything, like any du'as, or, like you dua journaling. I need to get back to doing that. Because you can draw, you can journal, you can make your dua journal. If you're by yourself, play a little tic-tac-toe by yourself. Like,
I'm doing.
Yeah, so probably a journal. Can I bring unlimited water? Is that a thing? Like,
well, I mean, I guess since it's an island, you got the ocean. Maybe you can bring one of them filters.
You can be dead though if you drink seawater.
Yeah, but we can bring one of them setups.
The reverse osmosis.
Yeah, then you technically do have unlimited water.
Okay, so with Howard's advice, reverse osmosis machine for the water. And then I don't know.
I mean, pen, journal, water.
I need soap. Sorry.
Okay. How about this? Let's use the pen. Maybe you can repurpose the soap as a pen. Like, when people kind of burn stuff to kind of make a little charcoal. I don't know if you can do that with soap. Soap just melts.
I mean, if it's black soap, it kind of has pieces of charcoal in it a little bit sometimes. Depending on if you get real black soap or not.
Okay, well then, get you some African black soap. Use that to get a stick. Put a little bit of soap on there. Make a pen. You have your journal and your water system. And you're good.
And then we survive the best we can.
Absolutely, inshallah. Okay, cool. All right, Nadia. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to be overviewing your wonderful career, your impressive career, mashallah, tabarakallah. The career, the entrepreneurship endeavors that you encounter and face and you've been pursuing. ever since I met you, mashallah, I've admired you because I always see you doing all these things. And I'm like, how does she balance it all?
I'm trying.
So yeah, today, inshallah, we're going to get a little insight into like what you do, why you do it. And, if others were interested, inshallah, how they could, begin as well. So, all right. So let's begin, right? So you are a event planner,
yes,
henna artist, mashallah, master's graduate.
Yep.
Man, you do a lot. Alhamdulillah. And then you just started a new career venture, right? Like a new job?
Yeah, I just started a new job. This was my first week, and I'm working tomorrow too. So
wow,
first week, alhamdulillah.
And what is that job, if you don't mind me asking?
So I am a program coordinator with Eco Action. So Eco Action, they are a company or a nonprofit rather that we have a variety of different programs that we specialize in environmental sustainability and justice. So there's like the AWLN summer youth program, which I'm the coordinator for, and then we have Seesaw, Reach, and a few others as well. So just a variety of different programs that,
that's
inspire the youth and
absolutely
others to consider their environment and the way they interact with the world, inshallah. So yeah.
Inshallah. Well, man, I'll reward you for that. I mean, takes a lot of effort, and you're doing a good thing. It's a good initiative, right? Because whether we like it or not, this is the earth we live on.
Yeah, and climate change is a real issue right now. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And, what better time to learn than to learn early, right?
Yeah, I mean, and also as well, like you're providing education to the youth in the community, right? So even if sometimes the parents of the youth don't even really know what's going on. So when their child learns it helps the family system and, the family unit be educated as well. So great things we're doing. We're very excited. So
that's awesome.
Next week is orientation week. So
okay. May I make it easy? All right. So event coordinator.
Yeah.
Event planner. And an artist.
These things are like, okay, so I've been in school for 2 years for master's. And then prior to that, it was undergraduate, both at Georgia State University. Go blue and white.
Go Panthers.
Yeah, go Panthers. Alhamdulillah. So really I was focusing on school for a majority of that time, because you asked me like, oh, how does she balance it all?
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. I have to prioritize one. And then of course henna is very seasonal, and in addition to event planning, sometimes that's very seasonal. So that is kind of how I balance those things. But also, our circle, our girls, we're around different times in the year. So I also have to balance that as well, which is not something it's like, oh, you have to balance. I'm very excited whenever we have our events. So I'm like, gotta be there. Gotta make some time for that.
Absolutely.
But yes, the henna, alhamdulillah, I'm accepting new clients if you guys want to tap in.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to actually dig into that. Yeah. So first, I do want to start with your event planning, because it takes a lot of effort and not a lot of girlies are doing it. What initially started your interest in that? Like, what made you say, hey, I'm going to start creating events for girls like me, kind of get together? Like, when and how did you even come up with that?
I don't know. It was so long ago. It's like you forget the initial reason. You just know that, you want to engage your community and the Muslimahs around. But it was something that I was trying to, there's a bigger initiative that I'm working towards. I'm not going to say what it is because it's, keep it under wraps until it's there, inshallah. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to do beneficial events in the community until I'm able to do that big thing that I'm really trying to do. So I can work up to that, right? And then also you get familiar with the ladies in the community, because I do a lot of events for Muslimas or young ladies in general, because a lot of my non-Muslim girlfriends, they come too. And I encourage them to come out because I'm like, sis, have fun with us. Like, come on. Like, it's going to be fun. Come on. So, yeah, I kind of like came with the idea of this is the goal and this is kind of how I'm trying to get to the goal while still like enriching and giving back and working and building skills and, of course, funds because everything is monetary.
This is very true.
So that was the initial thought or the idea of how, plan events. And, I do it because I also wish I had that growing up as well. Right?
Yep.
So I grew up in a community where, people weren't really planning events for ladies only. There was, unless you had like a group of friends, and you went over their house. It wasn't like, oh, at least I never got invited to the events. I don't know what that was about, but okay.
It's okay, girl.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was never really a situation where you had sisters or lady only events to go to that were very nice, where you felt like, okay, you can escape and still be at home, meet new friends, meet Muslimahs, and actually enjoy yourself in a halal way, right? Like,
absolutely,
we're not out here doing anything crazy. You're literally just out here, hey, I'm at a tea party.
Right. And sometimes you just want to be at a tea party with your girls.
Sometimes you just want to be at a tea party.
Exactly. You just want to have a sleepover. You just want to do like fun stuff that maybe you didn't really get to indulge in.
Ever.
Yeah.
For some people.
Right. Because you didn't have the community to do it. And then
or
also
the opportunity.
Yeah. We live in, a Western society where like maybe people's values and ideas of, living and things don't really line up with ours.
Right.
So obviously, like your parents raising you, they're not going to be like, oh, you can go to this person's house because they're
whose person's house,
right? Exactly.
I wasn't allowed to go over.
No, literally
many people's houses.
Absolutely, no, exactly. And our parents were just trying to protect us, but at the same time, there are experiences that we wish we had, and alhamdulillah, this is like a means to do so, right? Which is really cool.
Yeah, that's kind of the gist of it as well. Like just trying to create spaces where everybody can feel comfortable. And say you have, a new convert. We have a few new converts in our circle.
Yeah, mashallah,
so alhamdulillah, I'm glad for them. Because they make me better too. But yeah, like it gives people an opportunity to see what the community is like and, be engaged in the community and feel like they're a part of it, right? Because some people don't have that community. That's why I mentioned our sisters who are converts and, even people who are coming back into the folds of Islam, like, hey,
you want
create a space, right?
Absolutely. A space where you don't feel, especially for, like you said, people who are coming back into the fold of Islam or converts, reverts. It's hard to be in spaces, majority Muslim spaces, without having fear of being judged or being looked at as different, or maybe you're thinking, oh, I'm not religious enough. Oh, I'm not practicing my deen in a way. Obviously you want to improve and may Allah make us all better. But at the same time, there's steps to that. As fellow Muslims, we should respect that, right? But, we're all human. Some people, it is what it is, right? But alhamdulillah, you're able to provide a space for people where you don't have that overarching fear of being judged. Because sometimes that even pushes you back because you feel like no matter what you're doing, it's not enough, right?
Yeah.
But alhamdulillah, when you have a supportive space, you have people who, love you, support you, whatever the case may be. I mean, it's going to be easy for you to improve because that pressure is almost taken off, you know what I mean?
And, sad to say, but for some people, that safe space is not the masjid, right? So, or the masjid that they in particularly frequent, right? So, especially if you're a sister who is not comfortable being around some of the men in the community for whatever reason, you don't really have to worry about that because this is a sister's only space, right? And it's not the masjid. And usually it's people that are not in your community per se, because it's people from all over that come out, right? So you're going to meet some people that you never met before.
Right, exactly.
Right? So yeah, it definitely is that pressure is not going to be a thing unless you have social anxiety, because, some people do. Some people do. And, if you're coming out and you do have social anxiety, I welcome you.
Absolutely,
yeah. Like I promise you, we don't bite.
It's hard.
If anything, we hug too much.
Absolutely, and it is hard because you still don't know. Like I can speak as somebody who does have anxiety. It's like you might. It's funny. You think for other people, oh, it's fine, but for yourself, you're like, oh, well, for me, it's not. Like you're the exception.
Yeah,
but no. It's okay. We got to get out of our heads.
Yeah.
And it takes time. It takes therapy. Right. I understand. But, inshallah, may Allah make it easy for everybody. But once you do take that step, like, for example, when I did meet you guys, when I'm so grateful that Allah gave me the strength
that I met y'all at.
I'm grateful because it's like, you want to, sometimes getting out of your comfort zone can be very rewarding. That's one thing I've learned in this life. Yeah. Like, the more I do it, it becomes easier because you're rewarded with, good experiences, good people, good opportunities. Yeah. And may Allah make it easy for all of us.
I mean, so those people, some people who they ask me, okay, who all gonna be over there? Don't worry about it.
Right. Because everybody is cool, everybody's chill, so don't worry about it. Right.
If there is anything, come to me. I promise I'm gonna wrap it up and nip it in the bud. So don't worry about it. Please come.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about a couple of events in particular that really interest me. So, your sister's iftars. So, alhamdulillah, I had the wonderful opportunity a couple of years ago to attend one of your iftars, and it was amazing. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Food was great. Vibes were great. Location, fantastic. Most importantly, the sisters there, alhamdulillah, they were amazing. It was a great time. And not only that, it just provided all of us an avenue to get closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because, you have a safe space, like you said, of like-minded Muslim women, and you're having a good old time and you're breaking your fast together. We're praying together. We're having formative Islamic discussions where people are learning and sharing their experiences, alhamdulillah. So let me ask you, what inspired you to start organizing iftars in particular?
That's a really good question because I'm really trying to remember what was the initial desire behind trying to do yearly iftars because I believe this is the second or third year. Is it second or third year we've done the sisters iftars? I really am not remembering the initial desire behind doing it. I think it was one of those, I haven't seen my girls in a long time and I have the funds, so let's do an iftar.
Right.
And sorry, I just wanted to be greedy with the barakah, and I was like, don't bring nothing. I'm making
I'm going to provide all the food.
I was like, I have all the things, just bring your beautiful face. Like, come on. So alhamdulillah, I think that was basically what it was. This was around COVID. So I think it came out of the desire to kind of reconnect with you guys. And I had recently I think I had recently met you all, but then also some other people that I recently got connected with during that time. So I was like, hey, I think this would be a good opportunity for my peeps from over here to meet my other peeps from over here, and then we could all vibe together. So I think that was the initial desire. And then also just, again, let's have a safe space, a sister space.
And a space to eat.
Girl, I was cooking for like 2 days. It was really good though.
May Allah reward you. It was really good. All the food was amazing.
Alhamdulillah. I thank my mom because she was like, I guess I'll help you.
Nah, I guess.
She's like, I guess I help you.
She wanted to help. It's okay.
She did want the help. She's also one of those people who likes to be greedy with barakah when it comes to feeding people during Ramadan. So, that's who I get it from.
Alhamdulillah.
So, alhamdulillah. But I think it also just came out of that desire to, just be close to people during Ramadan.
It's a beautiful thing, honestly. May Allah reward you because, like you said, we need that closeness. That's what Ramadan is about, Well, obviously, first and foremost, worshiping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But then, being in a community that wants to do that, it just makes it all the more, in my experience, right? It makes it easier because it's like we're all inspiring and pushing each other to improve and do better. And obviously, it's going to be very easy to worship him in a space where you just get to do it all together, whether it's reading the Quran, whether it's, making du'as or just reflection, pondering over the Quran, like doing it together. It's all opportunities, right? So it's a beautiful thing, and may Allah reward you.
I mean, and I think the year that you were talking about with the Airbnb that we rented, we even had Taraweeh because I invited one of my girlfriends who she's Hafid or Hafida, right? So I was like, sis, just let us do 4 rakats. Like, just let us do something quick.
I do remember that.
So some people, engaged in that, and then other people were like, I'm just gonna go to the masjid and do mine because I want to do more. So I was like, okay, I'll do your thing. So yeah, that was a highlight too.
Alhamdulillah, though. Like, see, that's amazing, right? Like, just providing a space, an avenue, a platform for, again, people to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at his, at the most, right? It's a beautiful thing. And I pray you get rewarded for that. Yeah, because it's not easy. And,
it can be a lot.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, let's talk about it. How do you even begin? Like, when you have an idea, let's say, for example, you want to do an iftar. What's your first thing? Like, do you think about the food? Do you think about the cost? Do you think about venue? What is it?
The first thing is going to be where the funds coming from. Because I can't purchase any food without any funds.
This is true.
I can't secure a venue without any funds. So the funds and how much, right? So, like, how much am I looking to spend? Like, what's my budget? Or find the venue, then create the budget. Because, it's probably going to be half and half depending on how many people you're inviting. So if your venue is like $500, for instance, that it's probably going to be another $400, $500 for food and for cutlery, paper, all of the utensils that you're going to be using. So what if we're going to decorate, right?
Absolutely,
Decorations.
that too.
So you just have to kind of like organize yourself, make a list of how many things, how you want to go about things, if there are going to be activities even, right? Because I swear for life of me, I always have activities planned, but we never deal with them.
Yeah, because the conversations end up being so good.
I promise you, the conversations, granted, we do some games.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, we do some games, but I'm going to tell y'all don't know this, but we did spoons. That was a dangerous game of spoons.
Oh, yeah.
That's a dangerous game of spoons.
People were losing fingers, the rings. I think somebody's nail. Like, literally, somebody got cut. Listen.
She was like, I broke my wudu, guys. I bled on the car. It's the game over. I was like,
yikes. Somebody just didn't want to lose.
Rightly so, though. Rightly so, because I think I had prizes during that time, too.
Yes.
So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, we never get to the full activities because I usually have like 3 or 4 activities planned. By the time we get together and our friends and our greater circle gets together, the games are not getting played.
No, because we always like, and
we talk the majority of the time.
Alhamdulillah, right? Yeah. Because it's like, it's not out of boredom. It's literally simply because we're enjoying each other's presence so much, having so many good conversations, just engaging in each other. It's like, next thing you know, it's midnight or whatever.
And literally by that time, we probably had 2 or 3.5 debates.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah, that part. All the conversation cards and everything. Yeah, definitely.
Somebody brings up something and we're like, I don't know, check that. I haven't heard that hadith.
Yeah.
Like, we definitely get into our little scholarship as well.
So then verifying information.
Funny. And then, definitely verifying information.
And it's like an opportunity for everyone to learn, right? Because you go in thinking one thing, next thing you know, you left the gathering realizing, oh, maybe this wasn't, maybe I didn't have the whole story.
Right.
Maybe it wasn't 100% correct, but alhamdulillah, because of this, right? I know now what is correct.
Yeah. It wasn't that particular event, but I remember recently we even, because you talk about things that are applicable to you.
Absolutely.
So as like African American women, we have to consider our hair, right? So remember the conversation we were talking about ghusl and if it's permissible to do braids.
Right. You're also with the braids and
depending on what your hair texture is like, right?
Absolutely.
So for the category 4 people like myself and the rest of our girlfriends,
absolutely.
I don't know, right? It was a conversation we had to have and then we were like, let's fact check this.
Let's be honest. Yeah, it's a whole process. Having type 4 hair is already enough as is, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, he doesn't want us to suffer.
Well,
he knows his creation. You don't.
Yeah, it's not gonna be a situation where I think it's held against us because this is the way we're created, right? But you still have to make every effort to do what
absolutely what you need to do.
Yeah,
and may Allah make it easy for us. Obviously, like, just this disclaimer. Go ahead and fact check it because I know each school of thought is different.
It's a little different, yeah.
But you know, it was found that you can make your ghusl in the braids as long as like the braids, your scalp is saturated.
Right.
You know. Right. But of course, you know,
like the hair itself, the scalp needed
water
to be
needed to touch it, right? But of course, you know, fact check this. May Allah, you know, forgive us and guide us if we're incorrect, obviously. I'll try to attach in the show notes like the ruling, yeah, no. So just to verify, and if it, you know, for whatever reason, if I find anything that's just like, I will definitely go back and correct this for sure. But man, I'll make it easy for us. But yeah, exactly. That's an example, right? And people learned, oh, I don't have to take out my braids and then saturate my whole head and then do my whole wash routine.
Yep.
Wow.
We had a couple girlfriends because they were like, yeah, that's what I do. Like I have to remove my braids.
Reward them.
I was like, sis, the way my hair appointments are scheduled, I have to keep this. I have to just spray.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, man. No,
cornrows is just gonna have to cut it.
I just have to spread the cornrow and then just pull it up a little bit and make sure I get in there to the best of my abilities.
May Allah make it easy for us. But yeah, exactly. You know, it's an opportunity for people to learn too. So, alhamdulillah, that's a really good thing. So, this past Ramadan, you had the Eid suite.
Yes.
Which I heard, you know, that was definitely, you know, something, alhamdulillah. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it because I was in itikaf.
Yes, you were in
I was making dua for you. I was like, oh, may Allah make it a good thing and reward everyone involved. But yeah, I was thinking about you. But, you know, how was it?
It was pretty good. Alhamdulillah, it was not as deep as we thought it was going to be. I think it was the reason behind that was because we chose the date change. We had a date change last minute. So a lot of people were like, oh, I'm not able to come anymore because it's on a different day now. And I had already made plans for the next day. So, and also it was Laylatul Qadr expected, you know, we never know, but some people were observing Laylatul Qadr on that night. So it being iftar, of course, is going to be at night.
Absolutely.
So you can't really, you know, if I'm going to go to Laylatul Qadr or an iftar or Eid suite, what am I going to choose?
What am I choose? And that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. So next Eid or the next Ramadan, rather, we're just going to have to make sure we get our dates and stick to our dates. But yeah, alhamdulillah, I have some pictures I haven't posted yet, so I probably will get those out of there. But alhamdulillah, it was a great event.
Okay. Yeah. Are there any lessons you learned from that event? You know, besides the dates?
Besides the dates, yeah, definitely don't do a date change last minute.
Yeah.
And secondly, make sure your venue is secure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few issues with the venue going into the week. So alhamdulillah, we got the venue secured, but make sure you get your venue secured ahead of time, right? 2 weeks, not really ahead of time. Maybe 3 weeks or a month, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I have to remind myself, like, let me start early. So people are asking me already, like, what are we doing for the greater Eid? I'm like, crickets, because it is for because I started a new job, alhamdulillah. So I'm unsure if I'm gonna do anything for this coming Eid, but we'll see. I might do something small, alhamdulillah, inshallah. But maybe I'll do something small.
Perhaps. Okay.
Definitely loading.
You're funny. All right. So you had the Eid suite and you also had Black Eid. So tell me about that.
Yeah, Black Iftar. So Black Iftar Atlanta, we combined the two events. That was, you know, kind of how the day change happened. So Eid Suite Atlanta was combined with Black Iftar Atlanta. So we had the event at Morehouse College, and we were downstairs, and then Black Iftar was upstairs. So yeah, it kind of worked together like that. It was great. It was great for what we were given. It was great.
Oh, yeah.
I think people really enjoy themselves.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So at these types of events, do you usually have like vendors too?
Yeah. So the Eid Sweet Atlanta is an event where ladies, we get them prepped for the Eid, right? So we invite vendors. We might have some small entertainment as well as activities and light refreshments. But in this case, this year we have food vendors as well, right? So we have different vendors, everything from henna to clothes to if you want to get your nails done, if you're, not praying or anything like that. Or, you want any the little cute nail attachments.
Yeah.
Like the little, I think some people were selling those as well.
That's amazing.
And then I think this year we had a charcuterie board bar. So the lady, she came with mini charcuteries. You can choose what you wanted. It was kind of cute. Oh. Yeah, so kind of ready to invite her back. I think she also had mocktails as well. So there was a variety of different things. Of course, any clothes that you need for the Eid. I think the only thing that we didn't have this year was a shoe vendor because y'all go buy your shoes where y'all like to buy your shoes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't play about the shoes.
Yeah. And then jewelry, and candles, shea butter, scrubs.
That's amazing. So you just have a variety of Muslim
vendors,
Muslim businesses.
Yep, a variety of Muslimah vendors, and then we vibe and have activities.
That's amazing.
So it's basically you're getting yourself ready for the Eid, but this year I kind of wanted to make a point of yes, we're Ramadan is leaving, but don't forget we're still in Ramadan, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So the events or the program that I had kind of together in my mind was to have some a speaker come out and kind of give a lecture on, this is the final stretch, right, for Ramadan, so make the most of it. But we didn't have enough time to do that this year. So inshallah next year.
Inshallah, for sure.
Have it together for you guys.
Don't worry. Inshallah. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, alhamdulillah, you're able to provide not just a platform for people to get together, Muslims to get together. You're providing a platform for all of these Muslim businesses to, I don't know, just find patrons, just find customers. And it's an amazing thing. I don't think you realize how much you're contributing to the community, right? I mean, may Allah reward you truly. And you're so humble about it because you acting like...
I mean, I myself think anybody can do it. I just don't think much goes into it except for you having, a clear idea of how you want to do things.
Absolutely.
It's just about how you go about it and how much you want this initiative to happen, right? So I just feel like myself, I have the initiative and the time. Some people they literally don't have
that's true,
the luxury of time to do these things. So they work 9 to 5. Sometimes they work maybe 60-hour weeks. Some people don't have the actual time. So me having the luxury of being a student for a very long time, I had an opportunity to make the use of my time. So
and that's amazing because I've talked about this before, sometimes these luxuries, they're just as hardship is a test, so is luxury, right?
Right.
Allah, gives you the test of having the luxury of so much time. He's asking you, what are you going to do with that time?
Right.
You're going to fool around?
Right.
Tomfoolery? Or are you going to, serve me, do something that benefits your community? Alhamdulillah. I mean, you're doing... such an amazing job, mashallah.
I appreciate it. I'm glad you all feel that way and, feel that, the events have been beneficial to
your events are great.
And your development, your growth and everything like that. So alhamdulillah.
Okay. Of course, of course. Yeah, it's an amazing thing. So it's so clear that you had so many memorable, incredible events, 10 out of 10 Yelp review.
10 out of 10 for Yelp.
Can you share a particularly memorable event that you had planned and what made it so special?
Let's think about it. I think the second annual Eid Sweet Atlanta, because this year I think it was the third year. So the second one we had it in the west side of Atlanta. The venue was great. It was an Airbnb, really, really nice. Like upstairs and downstairs.
Okay.
Really, yeah, really swanky, man. It was really nice. Alhamdulillah. And everybody still, this is prior to COVID, mind you. So this is 2019, right before COVID. So we kind of had like a gap, how we were not planning any events, of course, because of COVID. But once we got into the swing of things, that's why this year or this past Ramadan we were doing things.
Okay, awesome.
But the best year I think was prior to COVID in 2019, the second time we did this. So it just was a great event. Like we had so many vendors come out, so many people from the community came out. I myself met a lot of people that year.
That's amazing.
And some people, I'm like, you know how you have those conversations where people are like, oh, well, how did we meet again? And I'm like, I don't remember. Then there's like, oh, we met at your thing, remember? And I was like, oh, yeah.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. So, alhamdulillah, a lot of people were met, a lot of connections were made. And I think the vendors enjoyed themselves as well. And
That's
everybody
amazing.
enjoyed themselves. So that was the best event that I feel like I planned.
Love that.
Of course, going forward, we have more on the table.
Inshallah.
But inshallah, it's just about, again, the time.
The time.
To do these things. But of course, you all have to let me know what you would like to see as well. I know I always ask this question, but like, hey, like send me suggestions, send me your wildest fantasy, like your fantasies. Like I will try my best to make it a reality, right?
Wow.
Just because I like doing these type of things for the community, for myself.
Yeah.
Like I just love to entertain. So yeah. Let me know.
All right. Well, speaking of the future, right? Let's talk about what's next.
Okay.
Do you have anything? I know you did mention Tabaski this year might be a little tight.
Yeah, Tabaski, I don't know about. Yeah, we shall see, inshallah. Yeah, because I really should have already started the planning, right? Because this is June 1.
But you have a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
You know, and it's okay. You know, may Allah allowed you to scale. Maybe get a little committee going.
I mean, you know, I'm recruiting, so inshallah we'll get it together. But like going forward, of course we have like our annual Eid sweets for both Eids. Something that I've also wanted to do, not in light of Bridgerton or anything, because I wasn't gonna do it like in their theme or anything. I wanted to do a tea party as well. Some people's mind instantly went to like an English type of Bridgerton themed tea party because Bridgerton was and has been a thing in recent years. But my mind kind of switched towards Alice in Wonderland as a theme for the tea party. So
I like that.
You all let me know what you would like.
We might have to do a little poll.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to do a poll. Or even another option was Arabian themed tea party as well.
Arabian night?
Yeah, Arabian, nights,
Amazing.
So just let me know.
Wow.
I like to be creative. I just didn't want to make a regular tea party because we've all been to those, right?
Absolutely.
Like
well,
nothing
with our
bad.
Stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At home in our bedrooms, right? Not to, bash anybody or anything, but like,
absolutely.
Let's do something different, right? Let's diversify what we do in the community. Like,
absolutely.
Because a lot of times people are tired of the same old things. I'm not, I'm not trying to be harsh or anything, but that's just, you find people stop coming to events because we always have pool parties or we always have sleepovers or we always have lock-ins or, these sort of things. Like you want something to be a little bit different.
Absolutely.
Right? So like, let's do a new twist on the old things if that's going to
absolutely
be a thing.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you.
Yeah.
One last thing for you. What is your favorite ayat and how does it inspire or influence your approach to business, leadership, and whatever you do?
I think my favorite ayat at the moment, because it's always changing because, the life and things are always ever changing. But now would be, Surah Rahman. Which of the favors of your Lord which would you or will you deny? And if anybody knows me, they follow me on Instagram. That's I posted under my graduation photo. So yeah, you guys follow me. But alhamdulillah, it gives me, the sense of or the reminder often, Like, which of the favorites of your Lord will you deny? Are you going to be grateful for what I've given you? Are you utilizing what I've given you to do what you need to do? Like, if you're grateful, Allah's going to give you more. But like, just
He'll always increase.
Keep it in your mind,
Absolutely.
right? Don't be an ungrateful person.
No matter how or where you look around, there's going to be something. I mean, even us walking on this earth, having mouth to taste delicious food, to look at the food, to smell the food. These are all small blessings. They add up. Yeah. You know, life is hard. I will never deny that. You know, we all go through hardship. Sometimes it's really tough, but a lot of things, and the one thing that really always pulls me through is just gratitude.
Yeah, wallahi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
What a beautiful.
Yeah, that is basically it. Gratitude, and I think sabr will take you very, very far. Even if you don't think that it will take you far, it will definitely propel you through your life and through the hardships that you're facing at the moment and in the future. So
absolutely,
definitely.
Beautiful answer. All right, Nadia. So where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Nadi_Smitty. And that is NADI_SMITY. And that's my personal page. My henna page is Aniq_designs. So you can find that at ANIQ_designs with an S. So yeah.
All right. Well, guys, make sure you find her. Stay tuned for the next events, or if you need henna,
let me know.
Absolutely.
We are accepting new clientele.
Inshallah. All right, Nadia. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Muslimah in Motion. We hope you enjoyed it and found it valuable. If you did, please consider subscribing on your favorite podcast platform and leaving us a review. It really helps others find the show. Don't forget to visit our website at hmsdev.co/MIM for more content, updates, and resources. You can also follow us on Instagram to stay connected. If you would like a direct line to the pod, perhaps leave a comment or share some career advice, feel free to leave us some fan mail and join the conversation. We may share your note in the next episodes. Just check out the description for the link. And please, don't forget our brothers and sisters in Gaza, the Congo, and Sudan. If you would like to donate, the links will be in the description below. Join us week after next for another exciting episode. Until then, take care and salam.